Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation. Today you are going to learn about chapter number 14, the basic device configuration topology. If you want to download the topology, go to your NetTech course, click on the course index. If you click on the course index, you will find everything like text, interact, all these things. Now I am going to filter. I want to download only packet test topology, so I am going to remove all and I will click only on packet tracer. Now go to chapter number 14. In chapter number 14, there is one activity, that is 14.3.5 packet tracer basic router configuration preview. So click on this one. You are redirected to the topology here. Now you can download here the basic router configuration preview, not the first one, the second one, basic router configuration review. If you download this one, you are going to open the packet tracer topology. You will see the interface like this one. Now we are going to configure this packet tracer activity. It is a dual stack network because the topology contains both IPv4 network and IPv6 network. That's why we are telling it is a dual stack network. Here we are going to learn how to configure the basic passwords and how to configure the IPv4 and IPv6 IP addresses, default gateways, everything. So the packet tracer basic router configuration review. So before going to configure this topology, you must understand the topology first. See here, there are two routers, R1 and R2. The router R1 is connecting with one LAN network here and the other LAN network here. And there is a router R2, it is connecting with one LAN network here and another LAN network here. There is a gateway or there is a path to reach the internet from router number R2. Now, if you check this path, this portion, this is already pre-configured. See here, the lights are green, everything is there. No need to configure this part. So you have to configure only this part, router number R2. After completing this activity, everything should be green. You are able to successfully communicate with all the configurations. Now, we are going to learn first of all, what are the networks they are given. See here, first I am going to count the IPv4 networks. 10.0.1 network. This is 2 network. This is 3 network. This is 4 network. And this is 5 network. So they are given the IPv4 networks like this one. And also they are given the global IPv6 unicast addresses. These are the networks: 2001 DB8 ACAD 1 network, 2 network, 3 network, 4 network, and 5 network. So this is what we have to understand. Then we are going to configure as per the requirements. If you check the addressing table, they are provided in R2. There are the interface G0/0, G0/1. It means it has 2 LAN interfaces, and there is serial 010, serial 011. It has 2 WAN interfaces are there, but they didn't mention. Okay, there are 2 WAN interfaces are here. Now we are going to learn which one is G00 interface, which one is G0/0/1 interface, as well as you must learn which one is serial 010 interface and which one is serial 011 interface. See here, for example, if I am taking this interface serial 010 10.0.3.2 network, it means this is the interface serial 010. The next one is serial 0/1/1, that is 209.165.200.25/30 network. It means this interface is serial 011. It is connecting with the internet. And there are 2 LAN interfaces, G0/0. So G0/0 means the network is 10.0.4 network, means this is G0/0 interface, and the next last one is 001 is the G0/0/1 network, that is 10.0.5.0/24 network. Now we are going to see what are the objectives we have to configure in this topology. In part 1, you are going to configure the devices and verify the connectivity. It means in this part you have to configure, you have to assign the static IPv4 and IPv6 addresses to the PC interfaces, configure basic router settings, configure the router for SSH, verify the network connectivity. So these are the different objectives in part 1 what we have to configure. In part 2, display the router information, means retrieve the hardware and software information from the router, interpret the startup configuration, interpret the routing table, verify the status of the interfaces. So based on according to the instructions we have to follow, and in the addressing table they are given the IP addresses and both IPv4 and IPv6 addresses along with their gateways. For PC1, PC2, there is PC3 and PC number 4. So according to the requirements we have to configure this one. Now I am going to the part 1 instructions. Part 1, configure the device and devices and verify the activity. Step number 1, configure the PC interfaces. Configure the IPv4 and IPv6 addresses for PC number 3 as listed in addressing table. So according to the addressing table, you have to assign the IPv6 and IPv4 address for PC3 as well as configure IPv4 and IPv6 address on which device? PC number 4. So we have to assign the IP addresses for PC3 and PC4 from the addressing table. Now I am going back to the addressing table here. So PC3, they are provided the IP address with subnet mask and IPv6 address with prefix length value and the gateways. Okay, now I am going to open PC number 3. So for PC number 3, go to desktop, configuration. So what is the IP address for PC number 3? 10.0.4.10. So 10.0.4.10. 10.0.4.10. Subnet mask is /24. That's why I'm going to put 255.255.255.0. The gateway address here is how much for PC 10.0.4.1. So the gateway address for this one is 10.4.1. Right. Now we did the IPv4 IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway for PC3. Now I'm going to do for IPv6 address. For PC3, the IPv6 address they are provided this one. So the 4 network 10th IP address. So I'm going to put this the 4th network 10th IP address, and the subnet mask is /64, and the default gateway. So here they are used the link local address as the default gateway. So it is FE80:2:A. So I'm going to put here this one. So FE80:2:A. This is the gateway for PC3. So we are assigned IPv6 address with prefix length 64 and the default gateway. Now I'm going to the PC number 4. I'm going to assign the IPv4 and IPv6 IP addresses for PC number 4. So go to desktop, IP configuration. For PC number 4, the IP address is 10.0.5.10. So I'm going to put this IP address. Subnet mask is /24. So 255.255.0, 255.0, and the gateway address is 10.5.1. See here, 10.0.5.1. So this is the IPv4 address for PC number 4. Now I'm going to assign the IPv6 address. So this is the IPv6 address 5:10. So I'm going to just copy this one and I can paste here, and the prefix length is /64, and the gateway is again they are given the link local address. So I'm going to assign the gateway here right? So we are assigned for PC3 and PC4 for both computers the IPv4 address and IPv6 address. So this is what they are given step number 1. Okay. Now we are moving to step number 2. In step number 2, configure the router. So in step number 2, we are going to configure the router configuration. So which router we have to configure? On the router R2, that is on the R2 router, open the terminal, move to privilege execution mode, enter the configuration mode. So they are asking, please go to user mode to privileged mode to configuration mode. This is the 2 steps it is going to cover. Okay, so I'm going to open the router R2 now. Go to the CLI mode and right. Okay. So by default, we are in user mode. I'm going to now enable, going to the privileged mode, configurity. Now I am in configuration mode. That is what they're given. On router R2, open the terminal, move to privileged mode, means this is the hash symbol. We are in privileged mode here, and then move to configuration mode. Now we are in configuration mode here, like this one. Now step number C, assign the device name of R2 router. So the device name of router is here R2. So now I'm going to configure host name R2. See here, the host names are case sensitive. If it is capital letter, you must give capital letter. If it is small letter, you must do small letter. Okay. Now I'm giving the host name is router number R2. Next, configure Cisco. Configure C1 S1234 as the encrypted privileged execution mode password. Okay. Now we are going to configure the encrypted privileged execution mode password. Okay. So the password is this one. Okay. So I'm going to give the encrypted privileged execution mode password, that is enable secret. So the password that given this one C1 SCO1234 like this. Right. Next. Later, they are asking to set the domain of the router as ccna-lab.com. So now I'm going to give here the IP domain name. Right, ccna-lab.com. Next step, disable DNS lookup to prevent the router from attempting to translate incorrectly entered commands. So you have to stop the DNS lookups. Otherwise, you have to, for example, how to check this one? For example, in the privileged mode, I am giving some name. See here, you are moving to translating. So no need for this one. Just press Ctrl Shift 6. You will come back. If you do this command, it is going to stop unnecessary domain lookups. Now I'm going back to configuration mode, and I'm going to do no IP domain lookup. Okay. So if I give this command, that is what disable DNS lookups. Okay. Control Z. If I'm giving some name, something like this one. See here, it is automatically throw the exception and move back to the normal state. Okay. So go to config T. So because that is the purpose of the IP domain lookup command. Okay. Next, encrypt all plain text passwords. See here, it is one of the security feature. You must encrypt all your plain text so that the unauthorized person cannot view or cannot log in your device like this one. Okay. So for this one, we are going to use the command service password encryption. Okay. So by using this command, we can encrypt all plain text passwords. Next, for local user authentication, they are given configure the username SSH admin with encrypted password. This is the keyword here. The password is encrypted. The password is 55H admin. Okay, 55HADM exclamatory mark by N. So now I'm going to create the username. So the username is I'm going to copy this one. The username is SSH admin, right? And the encrypted password. That's why I'm going to do secret. The password is 55. This one. Okay. I'm going to do the password here. Paste. Okay. So I'm configured the username and password. Now to do the SSH configuration, they are given configure the set crypto key with 1024 bit modules. As you know, in SSH there are two versions, SSH version number 1 and SSH version number 2. The version 1, the key size is 512 bits more, but not up to 700. Okay. From version 2 onwards, you must give the minimum key size is 1024 bits. So now I'm going to give the key size for SSH crypto key authentication. Okay, so crypto key generate RSA. The key size is 1024 because it is now, you can see here, that is what I told. If you give the key size 1024, SH version 2 is going to be enabled. Okay, if you give 512 like that, we are going to work with SH version number 1. Now, assign Cisco as console password. Okay, so from this step onwards, you have to do step by step. Now I'm going to configure the console password, line console 0. The password here they are given the assign Cisco as console password. So I'm going to give the password is Cisco. Next, configure the session to disconnect after 6 minutes of inactivity and enable the login. See, configure activity. Okay, see, I configure the session to disconnect after 6 minutes of inactivity. Okay, so if you go for this one, exact timeout is in minutes. How many minutes they are given? 6 minutes. Okay, so exact timeout is execution timeout, we can say 6 minutes, and enable login. So now we are going to give the login command. Okay, next, to prevent console messages from interrupting the commands, use login synchronous command. Okay, so if you are working in real device, you are going to find some messages. If you want to stop, you have to do the command login synchronous. This one. Okay, login synchronous command. Okay, type exit. This is step number J. In step number J, we configured the console password. Now I'm moving to step number K. Assign Cisco as VTY password, means telnet password. I'm going to give line VTY 0 to 4. Okay. See, if you want to give 0 to 15, yes, you can give, no problem. But it is going to allow more number of users to remotely access your device. So for the security reason, better you can give 0 to 4. And the password here they are given for this one is Cisco. Right. Configure VTY lines. Accept SH connections only. It means for remote connection we are going to allow only SSH. For that we are going to use the command transport input as SSH. Right. Configure the session to disconnect after 6 minutes of inactivity. So same like console also, you can go here again. Exact timeout or execution timeout 6 minutes. Okay. After 6 minutes of inactivity, automatically you will be your connection will be disconnected. Okay, and enable login to use local database. See here, for already we have created one username and password. So anybody want to access the device through SSH, you must be logged in with this username and password. That is what enable login using the local database means login local. Exit. That's it. So that's all about this one. Step number K. Now, step number I, create a banner that wants anyone accessing the device. Create a banner that warns anyone accessing the device that unauthorized access is prohibited. Okay. Now I'm going to configure the banner message. Okay. So what is the message? We have to choose from the statement. Create a banner message that after that whatever the message is there, you have to be choose this one. Okay, so warns anyone. Okay, see, please remember, you cannot give unauthorized access or whatever it may be. Based upon the statement, create a banner message that from here onwards warns anyone accessing the device that unauthorized access is prohibited. Okay, so now I'm going to paste this one. Alright, so now I'm created the banner message. That's all. Next step. Now, as of now, we did basic SSH configuration, console password, encrypted passwords, all these things. Now we are entered the IPv6. Okay, so enable IPv6 routing. So now I want by default in the router only IPv4 is enabled. IPv6 is not enabled. You have to enable the IPv6. For that, you have to do the command IPv6 unicast routing. Now the IPv6 your router is going to support. The last step here is configure all 4 interfaces on the router with IPv4 and IPv6 addresses information from the addressing table above. So they are asking, please assign the IPv4 and IPv6 addresses for all the router interfaces from the addressing table, as well as configure all 4 interfaces with description and activate all 4 interfaces, means no shutdown command. Okay, so now I'm going back to the router. There are 4 interfaces: G0/0/0, G001, serial 010, serial 011. Now I'm going to do one by one. See here, interface G0/0/0 IP address is 10.0.4.1. So the IP address for this one is 10.0.4.1 and subnet mask /24 255.255.255.0, and we have to write a description. So if you go for the description, just understand, as you know, this is the outer R2, this is the G0/0/0 interface. So this interface is connecting with switch number S3. See here, capital S3. Now I'm going to give this one. It is description. Connect with S3, means this LAN interface is connected with switch number S3. Now I assign the IPv4 address. Now I'm going to assign the IPv6 address. So IPv6 address here is 2001 DB8 4:1 just /64. So I'm going to select this one. 1 minute. Okay. So I'm going to assign the IPv6 address, but okay, so /64. Okay. So this is the IPv6 address. They are given 2001 DB8 ACAD 4:1 /64, and also you have to configure IPv6 address. This one FE80:2:8. This is the link local address. So link local. Okay. Then no shutdown. Now the port is up. Okay, you can see all these things. Okay, in verification. The second one is we are going to configure the interface G0/0/1. Interface G0/0/1. IP address is what the IP 10.0.5.1. So the IP address for this one is and /24 255.255.255.0, and description. See here, this interface. This is the LAN interface 10.5 network. It is connecting with switch number S4. So you can write the description. Connect with S4, capital S4. Okay, remember. Okay, this one. Next, I'm going to assign the IPv6 address for this interface. So the IPv6 address they are provided 2001 DB8 ACAD 5:4:1 /64. So I'm going to provide this one. Okay, so /64, right? And IPv6 address, this one here is link local address Now I'm going to assign FE80 link local. Right. Then no shutdown. This port also off. Now we are going for serial 010. See here. Serial 010, the network is 10.0.3.2, means this network. This network is connecting with router number R1. Why I am telling this one? Because in description you have to write R2 is connecting with router number R1. This is the network. So this interface is becomes serial 01, serial 0/1/0. Now I'm going for interface serial 0/1/0 IP address is this one. So 10.0.3.2 subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Description: connect with R2 router number. Connect with router number R2 is here, right? So I'm going to connect with router number R1. Okay. So in description I write connect with R1. Next I'm going to assign the IPv6 address for this interface is 2001 db. This one I'm just copy paste this one also. So /64 and IPv6 address. Now we are going to assign the link local address here. So this is the link local address we are given. Link local. Okay. No shutdown. Now the port is going to okay. So the port is on. Okay, right. Now the last one is the last interface is interface serial 0/1/1. See here. The interface serial 0/1/1. The network here is they are provided 209.165.200.225/30 means this network. This network is connecting with your internet. In description you have to write the R2 is connected with internet. Okay. So if you go here, the IP address for this one for 01011. Okay. Right, it's the interface. The IP address for this one. Okay. So 209.165.200.225/30. Means the prefix value, or you can say the subnet mask value here is 255.255.255.252. Okay. So I'm assigned this one. Okay. So the IP address and the subnet mask. Description: it is connect with internet. I capital. Okay. It is connecting with internet. Now I'm going to assign the IPv6 address for this one. Here is this is the network. So and IPv6 address. The link local address is here. Link local. Right. Okay. No shutdown command. Okay. Now it is on. Okay. So all interfaces now it is active. After this one, the last step here is save the running configuration to the startup configuration. It means you are going to store inside the NVRAM. Now I'm going to give the command. You can give two commands here. Copy running configuration to startup configuration. For example, you are here do write like this command. I'm going to do increase mode WR command means to write. Okay, so I'm going to write my configuration to NVRAM. Okay, so that's all about this activity. Now you understand. Okay, so you can check here, everything is green. This network is also working properly. After completion of this activity, you must get 100% here. Now, after this is the first step number one, step number two, part one, that is device configuration. Now we are going for verification and testing. Okay. Now step number three, we are going to verify the network connectivity. Now, so before going to verification, you must check you are completed 100% or not. If you are not able to complete 100%, it means some configuration issues. Please do it carefully once again. Okay. See here, using the command line in at PC3, ping the IPv4 and IPv6 address of PC number 4. So what they are asking from PC3, you can ping to the IPv4 address and IPv6 address of PC4. Now I'm going to open PC number 3. Go to the command prompt. Now I'm going to, what the question? The question is, open the command prompt PC3, ping IPv4, IPv6 address of PC number 4. Now I'm going to PC4. So the PC4, the IP address is this one. Just I try to ping from here. So I'm open the PC. Now I'm going to ping it to this IP address here. The PC4 from I'm from PC3. I'm going to ping to PC number 4. Yes, it is working. Now the second one is I want to ping to even for IPv6 address also. So now I'm going to ping to the IPv6 address of this one. So now I'm pinging to IPv6 address also. So both are working. So there is a communication between PC3 to PC number 4. Next. Or the ping is successful? Yes, the ping is successful. Next one. From the CLI of R2 means from the command line interface of router R2, ping the serial 011 interface of R1 for both IPv4 and IPv6 address. The address assigned to serial 011 interface on R1 are this one. See here, from I am at R2, I want to ping the router interface here for both IPv4 and IPv6. For this router R1, you can see here we are going to check what are the IP. It is already blocked. That's why they are giving here. Okay, so the IPv4 address of this one is this is 2. This is how much? 11. Okay, so 10.0.3.1 for this one. If you go for IPv6 address 2001 DB80AC83 1 means the first IP is assigned from these two networks to router number R1. Now I'm going to open router R1. You must be in privileged mode if you want to do the ping operation. Now here, from here onwards, I'm going to ping to 10.0.3.1. See, the ping is successful, and also I want to ping the IPv6 address also. So this is the IPv6 address of the router R1 serial interface. Okay, so I can ping. Yes, both are pinging. Okay, so were the ping successful? Yes, ping is successful from the command line PC3. Okay, right. Next one is from the command line of PC3, ping to the IP address of this one. Okay, so now I'm going to ping the IP address of this interface 226. Okay, from here, command line of PC3. Now I'm going back to PC3, ping to this IP of the ISP. Yes, you are pinging this one also. Okay, right. So when the pings are successful, yes, everything is successful because you are able to connect the ISP also. Now, from PC3, attempt to ping the IP address of for testing. So now I try to ping the 64.100.1.1. So now from PC3 into this one. Yes, it is the destination host is unreachable. Why you get this message? Because if you check here, the public address means that computer is the server, they are not provided here. It means you get error message, the destination host is unreachable. It means when the packet comes to the router here and come to the here, the router is going to drop your packet, not the device. Okay, the router is unable to find the destination IP address or destination network in its routing table. So the packet is dropped by the router and informed to you the host is unreachable because there is no host with IP address 64.100.1.1. So that is the meaning of this one, because there is no destination host. You cannot ping this IP address. Just for testing purpose they are provided. Okay. For the ping successful, no, here it is not possible. Why? Because there is no device with this IP address. Last one. So from PC3, open SSH session to R2G0/0/0 IP4 address and use this one. Now from PC3, I want to access the router remotely. So for that, I'm going to use SSH space minus -. The username is, they are provided the username is SSH. We are already configured the username and password for SSH admin. And now I want to connect to which interface. So now I'm going to connect the router, this LAN interface. Okay, this LAN interface is 10.0.4.1. So I can view this one 10.0.4.1 IP address here. Right, as it is asking the password, we have already configured the username and password. The password will configure this one. So I'm going to paste this password here. Right, see. Now you see the banner message, once anyone access the device, unauthorized access is prohibited. That is what the banner message we have configured. Now we are going to enable. And enable password means we are configured the enable secret password here. So what is the enable secret password? This one. Okay. So now I am going to view this one. Right. Now you can see, now you can access the router remotely by using SSH. So this is what they are given here, SSH operation. Okay. After that, they are asking, right? Okay. So password was remote access was successful. Yes, you can remotely access the router like this one. Next, display the router information. So now we are going to check everything. Okay. So in part 2, you will show commands from SSH session to retrieve information from the router. Okay. Enable SSH, enable an SSH session or router R2 from command line PC3 and IPv6 address login password this one. Okay. Desktop from the command line PC3 open SSH session to router R2G0/0 IPv6 address and login SSH with admin. Okay. So they are asking you are able to log in the SSH for this one. If you want to come back SSH, so SSH space -L, username is SSH admin, paste it, and the IPv6 address of the router R2, the LAN interface this one. Okay, so this is the IPv6 address here. So I'm going to give the IPv6 address here. Yes, it is working. You can access dual stack, and the password is the same password because you know the same username and password. It is replicated. Okay, so this is the password I'm going to give. Now again you are here, enable. So the enable secret password, what we are configured here is C11234. Okay. Enable, the password here is C1. Right. Just I'm going to copy this one. Right, so it is working. Okay. So like that, you can access the router through SSH by using IPv4 as well as IPv6 IP addresses. Okay. Next one is step number 2, retrieve important hardware and software information. Use the version command to answer the questions about the router. Okay. What is the name of iOS image that router is running? So now I'm going to do the command show version command. Okay. So any verification command you should be there in privileged mode. I'm giving show version command. See here, once you do this one, you can see so many things here. Show version command I'm giving. So they're telling we are using Cisco version 15.5. Okay, so the router there, we are using the iOS version, Cisco iOS version 15.5. And how much non-volatile NVRAM memory does the router have? So now we are going to check how much NVRAM is there, as capacity or size. Right, okay, NVRAM size. Okay, so flash memory, this one, right, this one. See here, this is the bytes of NVRAM. Okay, so 32768 kilobytes of NVRAM memory is there. Okay, next one, how much flash memory does the router have? So this is a flash memory, this is the one. See here, 3223551 kilobytes of flash memory in boot flash. Okay, so now in show version command, you are learned all these things in show version, which iOS version you are using, what is the memory size of NVRAM, and what is the memory size for flash memory. Okay, all these things you are learned from this one. Okay, now the show commands often provide multiple screens of outputs. Filtering the output always a user to display certain section of output. So now we are going to the next type of verification commands by using filtering. So for that we are going to use the pipe symbol. So to enable filtering command, enter pipe, means this is the symbol here. Okay, character after show command followed by filtering and expression. You can match output filtering statements by using include keywords to display all lines from the output filtering expression. Filter show version command. Using show version command, include register to answer the following question. What is the boot process for the router on the next load? Now we are going to see what the boot process for the router on the next reload command. Okay, so for that we are going to use the command show version include register, because now we are going to see show version and pipe symbol and include. So in here you can see here there is a begin, exclude and include. Only these three commands are there. Okay, so for example, if you want like any other commands, in packet tracer it is not possible, but in real device, yes, you can do everything. Okay, so include register, include register. Now you can see here the next, this is what the question, what is the boot process for the router or the next reload. Okay, so it is going to use this register 0x2102. so this is the command for verification of a particular output. Okay, next, display the running configuration. Use show running configuration command. Use show running configuration command on the router. Answer the following questions to filtering the lines contains the output password. So how are the password presented in the output? See the command. Use the show running command on the router to answer the following questions. Filtering for lines containing the word password. See here, what are the passwords we have created by using show run or show running configuration? We have created enable secret password and we are already we are configured the console passwords and the net passwords, all these things. Okay. Now what they are asking, how are passwords printed in the output? By using filtering lines. Okay, lines containing the word. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do here is show running configuration pipe. You can do the command password. Sorry, include password. Alright, okay, password straight in the output. So I can do like this one, right? Include password printing output, okay, containing the passwords. So include, yes, it is working now. Okay. Show running configuration by include passwords. Okay, so we are did service password encryption command to encrypt all our plain text passwords, and we are given two passwords for this one Cisco. Both are Cisco. That's why you can see the encrypted passwords for the console password is encrypted and the virtual password also encrypted. Okay, this is our first option number A. Next option number B. Use show running configuration by begin with VTY command. Okay, so now for this one we are going to, what is the result of using this command? Okay, so now I'm going to use the command show running config begin VTY. Just paste this one here. Alright, see here, now you can see only the telnet configuration. Okay, so like VTY 0 to 4 exact timeout or execution timeout. Okay, so exact timeout is 6 minutes after 6 seconds. Okay, you will be automatically out from the remote connection. The password is this one, login local transport SSH. So by using this command, you can, by using show running configuration by begin with VTY, you can see only the telnet configuration. So that's all. Okay, this is the step number B. See here, they're asking some section. So the section is not available here. That is what I told. The section command is not available. Okay, this one section is available in real devices. Okay, next, display the routing table on the router. So display the routing table on the router. So to display the routing table, we use the command show IP route. Okay, so command on the router to answer the following questions. Okay. So now I'm going to use the command. I want to check the routing table, show IP route. See here, this is the output of this one, show IP route command. Okay. See here, what code is used in the routing table to indicate directly connected networks. So the direct, see here, connected or directly connected, it is indicated by C. See here, this router is connected with 10.03 network as well as this C connected with 4 network, and there is one more C, it is 5 network. L means the interface address. Okay, so that is the interface what we are configured on the router link. So that is local address is there. Okay, the local address here is the symbol is L. C L for local, C for connected, like this. Okay, and how many route entries are coded with C code in the routing table? See here, 1, 2, and 3, and last one is 4. Why we get 4 here? If you check the topology, the router is connecting with 1 connection, second one, 3, and 4. So totally we have 4 directly connected networks. So you can see the output as sorry. You can see the output as in directly connected C1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. Last one. Next. Step number 5. Display the summary list of interfaces on the router. So in the router, we have configured both IPv4 and IPv6 interfaces. We are going to display the summary of all these things. Okay. Now I'm going to use the command. If you want to verify the list of interfaces, what is enabled in this router, show IP interface brief command. Okay. Show IP interface brief command. See here. Now it is showing. See here. We give the command show IP interface brief command. The interface G0/0, the IP address is up. 5.1 is also up. Serial 010, and this is the 4 IP4 addresses we are configured. And also we are configured the IPv6 interfaces for the show IPv6 interface, show IPv6 interface brief command we are going to use. Okay, we want to verify the IPv6 interfaces. We have to verify show IPv6 interface brief command. Press enter. You can see here. Now we are going to see show IPv6 interface brief by using G0/0. It is up. the protocol line, everything is up, and this is the link local and IPv6 address were assigned. For G0/1, this is the link local and IPv6 address were assigned. For serial 010, we are assigned the link local and IPv6 address, and serial 010 also we are assigned the link local and all these things. Okay, so like that you can access the device remotely and you can verify all these things. Okay, that's all about this activity. So these are all verification commands. Please go through it one by one and understand what they are asking. Based upon that, please answer for this one. See here, after completion of this activity, you must get 100%. If you are unable to get, click on check results. Just for understanding, I'm telling you, click on assessment items. See if there is everything is correct, everything is tick, means you get 100%. If you did any mistake, you will see into mark here. Please reconfigure that one. Okay, right. So that's all about this activity. Okay, we are completed this one. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.